I used to find the 10-second delay on my security monitors comforting. It gave me a buffer between reality and the screen. But tonight, I watched myself on monitor 4 walk into the break room while I was still sitting at the desk. My name is Kaden. I work the graveyard shift at the Oak Haven Logistics Center, a sprawling concrete labyrinth of silent crates and flickering fluorescent tubes. It's a lonely job, but it pays well for someone who prefers the company of shadows over people. The security hub is a cramped room filled with the hum of servers and the glow of 12 grainy monitors. Because of the outdated analog to digital converters, the entire system runs on a strict 10-second lag. If a moth flies past a camera, I see it 10 seconds later. It's a quirk I've grown used to. It makes the world feel like a recording. At 2:14 a.m., I reached for my coffee and knocked the paper cup over. On the desk in front of me, dark liquid pooled across the logbook. I sighed, grabbed a handful of napkins, and started soaking it up. I looked up at monitor 7, which covers the main desk area. I waited for the delay. 10 seconds passed. On the screen, the delayed Kaden didn't knock over his coffee. He just sat there, staring directly into the camera lens. He wasn't cleaning anything. He was waiting. My heart hitched. I checked the timestamp on the feed. It was ticking forward normally. I stood up, moving back from the desk, my eyes locked on the monitor. On the screen, the other Kaden finally moved, but he didn't mimic my retreat. He leaned forward, closer to the camera, his face filling the frame. His eyes looked tired, just like mine, but they had a predatory sharpness I didn't recognize. I waved my hand in front of the actual camera, mounted on the wall. The screen didn't show the wave. It showed him reaching into his hoodie pocket and pulling out a key, my master key. I checked my pocket. My keys were still there. I bolted for the heavy steel door of the security hub and turned the deadbolt. Click. I felt safe for exactly 1 second. Then I looked at monitor 1. It shows the hallway right outside my door. In the monitor's past, the hallway was empty, but in my present, I heard a soft metallic scrape against the door. Someone was inserting a key. I looked back at the monitors. The delay was shrinking. Monitor 1 now showed the hallway only 5 seconds ago. A dark figure in an olive hoodie was standing right outside my door. The lag vanished. The feed synced with reality. The monitor showed the door handle turning at the exact moment I saw the physical brass knob move in my hand. I threw my weight against the door, screaming that I was armed, that the police were on their way. The person on the other side didn't speak. They just pushed back with a strength that felt cold and mechanical. The door creaked, the frame splintering. I looked at the monitor one last time. The figure on the screen turned its head toward the camera and smiled. It wasn't just someone who looked like me. It was me, but stripped of everything human. I scrambled into the ventilation duct, the only way out of the locked hub. As I pulled the grate shut, I heard the office door swing open. I crawled through the dark, cramped metal tunnel, my breath coming in ragged gasps. I reached the vent above the loading dock and looked down. Below me, the figure was standing perfectly still in the center of the warehouse. It wasn't looking for me. It was looking up at the security camera in the corner. I realized then that it didn't want to find me. It wanted to replace me on the feed. I managed to get out of the building and drove until the sun came up. I never went back. But sometimes, when I pass a store window with a security display or walk under a Ring camera, I stop and count to 10. I'm always terrified that one day my reflection will stop waving back and I'll realize I'm the one trapped in the delay.